From birdies to bogeys, disc golf plays much like ball golf. The difference? The golf ball and club have been replaced by a single flying disc.
It's the same terminology, it's the same concept. You are trying to play an 18-hole course in as few throws as possible.
The Waterloo Disc Golf Club held their 5th annual Young at Heart tournament, which allows parents to team up with their children in a friendly competition. Families arrived early in the morning to practice on the course, reunite with fellow participants, and join in on activities led by disc golf professionals.
Young at Heart hosts 72 teams. Its organizers and participants both agree it feels more and more like a growing family each year.
Not only do you have parents, you have step-parents, aunts, uncles, cousins. It's a family affair.
Not only is the tournament an opportunity for families to bond, but having 4 teams at each hole at all times allows participants to build lasting friendships and rivalries.
It's not just about building the sport, it's about getting out and doing something you love with the ones you love.
You'll hear the familiar buzz of tattoo guns all throughout the Palmer Event Center every January. Tattoo artists come from all over the world showing off their work and creating more during the annual Star of Texas Tattoo Art Revival.
It's art that you take with you, the detail work, and there's so many amazing artists that are here. It's really cool to go around and see it, and to be able to have a piece of that goes with you everywhere is pretty awesome.
And everywhere here, your eyes find living art. And that's just one part of what makes this event unique.
We try to just make it a really great visual event. We have an art gallery that we make people participate in. We do contests where people show off their older healed tattoos, all kinds of entertainment.
Here at the Art Revival, you'll find tattoos of all different shapes, sizes, and colors. But there is more to tattoo culture than just the ink on the skin.
And so it brings back a time, a place, a memory, brings back people, sights, sounds, smells, more than what a photograph can ever do. And you carry it with you.
I've been sober for like 3.5 years now, and that's actually what inspired my first large tattoo, my chest piece. This tattoo is all about recovery. It says all good junkies go to heaven.
And that's just one of many unique and personal stories found at the Star of Texas Art Revival that are told through an often misunderstood art form.
With summer around the corner and the semester winding down, and students pushing towards final papers, projects, and exams, the Rec Center is one of the busiest places on campus.
I like working out here just mainly because it's really my stress reliever, away from class and work and everything.
It just helps me with my studies. It keeps you away from booze and stuff, because if you're drinking the night before, the next day you wake up, you're like, I'm not doing anything.
The Texas State Recreation Center offers different options for students to live healthier lives.
Yeah, I actually did kickboxing 2 weeks ago, and it was really fun. Me and my girlfriends went, and we pretty much died at the end.
Studies have shown that a healthy exercise routine can provide many benefits for an overall healthy lifestyle.
These benefits include controlling your weight, reducing the risk for diabetes, and some cancers. But it can be hard to find the time to do activities that can provide those benefits.
You just have to make sure, set a goal that you want to do, and then once you achieve that goal, if I say I'm going to work out today and then I actually go and do it, you get endorphins from that.
That's a very interesting story, Holly. The people that you talked to, how did they feel about sharing their experiences with stereotypes?
Everyone that I talked to was really willing to talk about the stereotypes that they face and that they feel people place on them. But I did notice a difference from when I first started talking to them, when I was miking them up and things like that, to when they started talking about, how the stereotypes make them feel and how it affects their everyday lives. People were happy to talk about it, but they were getting emotional. You could see it in their eyes, you could hear it in their voice. It really did start to affect them.
And from those people that you spoke to, what did you find that they had in common?
I found out that, we all know that stereotypes affect the way that you view yourselves. Everyone says that all the time. But talking to people back to back from different heritages, different genders, everything like that, you really start to notice how much it really affects the way that they view themselves. And you see people start to beat themselves down a little bit from the way that people perceive them and people who have never met them. It really starts to take an effect on them.
So what was the most interesting thing you kind of found when you were covering this story?
One of the best things I found was that everyone that I talked to, even with the flyers that were saying, you know, white people need to take their country back, everyone was happy to be a part of Texas State. Everyone was happy to be a Bobcat. It really is a community. No one thought that the flyers represented the entire community and that Texas State didn't want them there. Everyone really viewed it as kind of like an outlying situation. Well, why would they do that to us? We're all Bobcats, you know, we're all here, we're a family. And I thought that was fantastic.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that story, Holly. San Marcos is gaining more places to live, but how is that affecting new musicians? Find out more coming up next.